Today we are going to be trying to escape the police, except for I have extreme tire wear. So the way this works, we're checking out the node-based tire wear on the Beam repo, and we're going to be turning up the wear rate, the thermal friction loss, and the total energy gained, and we're going to make it to where the tires can't cool themselves. And the best thing is, you guys are actually going to be able to see the wear in the bottom left throughout the whole police chase. So this is the extreme tire wear escape. All right, objective simple. Escape the police. Let's go ahead and activate said police. Hold on, I feel like just to make this a little harder on myself, hold on, let's go ahead and do a little burnout.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me down, side to side.
All right, so it's starting to warm up those back tires, and as soon as they get to a certain temp, they start dropping. So yeah, obviously I had to try this with a freaking muscle car because you want to be able to blow the back tires off. And just like that, my right rear is already half down. By the way, we are in a special East Coast. I'll also have a link down in the description if you guys want to check it out, along with this mod. Okay, we're just blowing through town. Where are the cops at? Oh, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There they go. Okay, let's see if we can escape them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I hit the... Wait, I was looking at the cop wreck, and as soon as I hit the brakes, I lost half of my tires. Like, the freaking wear is already down. All right, we got this. So yeah, we're gonna try this with multiple vehicles here. I just figured the muscle car would be fun to start with, but it might also be very miserable. So yeah, do not lock up the tires. No. What happens when you destroy a tire? Hold on. She's still good. She's still good. She's still in the fight. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this hasn't started well. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? I mean, we could hide in the woods. I feel like that's the easy way out. Gosh darn it. Radiator's gone. Nice. I think you might have fixed my wheel though. Thank you. Camodo, thanks you for your service. Yeah, we're smoking. That's not good. Okay, let me think. Where are we gonna peel off to? I'm not 100% familiar with this map, since it's got so many new locations. Okay, come on. We're dragging. It's just, yeah, this thing's awful. Okay, they've got me cut off pretty good here. Anybody behind me? No, I think we're clear. And I could just pit the cop. I don't know how this thing hasn't overheated. I don't think there's a radiator. And if there is, it's squished. Oh my good, what was that? So the cop just used a civilian car to take me out. Totally legit police tactics there. All right, now I'm burning out backwards. You can see the tire wear is increasing. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'll take the brush guard with me. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, when the tires go, they actually deflate. We're done. So what do we learn from the first police chase? We learned don't lock up the brakes. Maybe don't cook them before you start the chase because you want to show how the app works. And don't allow the police to use civilians as human shields. All right, so I feel like since we haven't progressed out of the muscle car, I'm trying to think of what would be more extreme than muscle cars. Like rear-wheel drive, no traction control. I mean, I'm sure I could find a couple other things. Let's do this. Gun it! What is this? What are you doing? Yeah, no, just take your time. I don't know what's going on here, but you know. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. Are you gonna clear the front end of my vehicle? This is very uncomfortable, actually. I don't know where this AI is deciding that it's gonna go, but I'm here for it because I want to see. Okay, hold on. Did you find the lane? Oh, congratulations, buddy. All right, I gotta go. There's a cop car right there. Like, that's gotta tick you off, right? I just peeled out in front of you. Now I'm in the oncoming. Cops like, bro, my shift ends in like 5 minutes. I'm not here for this. Okay, so a place where you could try to save your tires is going to be the highway. Now, the tires are going to get hot out here, but won't be turning a lot. So, well, this is also a place I could probably die. There we go. We lit them up. Minimal tire wear so far. You can see the tire temps check. That's going to make them get really hot. What did that even just hit? Not even really sure. Everything's overheating. So I don't think flames actually affect tire temps. They should, but you know. Man, I have not had good luck here on this map so far. You know, I always find East Coast to be a little more challenging for police chases because there's like a million trees. You know, I don't have anything against nature. It's just when trees meet cars, it's typically not very good. All right, here we go. Cops are after us. All right, let's start this on the highway. Let's see if we can find... I mean, at this point, it's just like the BeamNG police are like, hey, let's both die. Like, if I'm going, you're going. What was that? What's the police tactic here? It's that point in the episode where I've already gotten annoyed with the BeamNG police, and I think I'm like 15 minutes into recording here today. All right, they're after me. Maybe I should go find a building to tuck off into. All right, so I'm locking them. Now that there's actual consequences to this, I shouldn't be trying to drive like a maniac, but it's a muscle car. It's fun to do. All right, if I'm not mistaken, is this a dealership? Okay, try not to make the tires too angry. I don't know. Do they go back here? Hold on, wait. I hear police sirens. Hold on, we might have our first official escape, even though it was kind of like I cheesed them there. Also, seeing the tires like react in real time is so cool. I hope this is actually a feature that's eventually added into BeamNG, because since it is, you know, it's a simulator. You feel like there should be tire wear in here. Okay, we need to get back out on the road here. Oh, would you look at that? I mean, it kind of counts, but I was kind of wanting some more extreme wear here. Maybe we could say we put a point on the board for good old Camodo. I don't know if there was a points objective to this video. It was really just kind of like a mod showcase with a bit of a challenge. And I've got to find a vehicle now that tweaks it. What did I even do there? I slightly went into your lane. Okay. Well, you know what? To finish this vehicle off, I'm going to go do some donuts in the parking lot, and then we're going to attempt with the tires being basically dead. And then I'm going to see if I can find a vehicle that blows off tires quicker. All right, so let's just do this. Here we go. I mean, either that or I could just go down a straightaway and just lock up my tires. Oh, here we go. Look at them rears. That is not normal. Like, I get I'm doing a burnout, but my goodness, it's really favoring that left rear. Oh, them tires are hot. Okay. Can I cool them down here? So I think in one of the betas, which the mod author does have a Patreon, I think water and snow can cool the tires off. Also, I think I technically have the cooling off, so I'm kind of a genius. I wonder if that's in the feature. I guess I could have turned that back on. I wanted it to be relentless, though. Like, I wanted these tires to just go. All right, let's try to hit the gas. Do I have traction here? It still hooks up relatively well, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think I'm noticing too much of a... Well, hold on. Let me try to hit the gas in the corner. Yeah, the grip loss, I can't really tell 100%. What are y'all doing? Y'all are wrecking into each other now. Like, I think it's, well, to be fair, I've got 3 tires that are in the good, so I don't think the one rear is going to affect the handling too much. But yeah, if I were to like lock these up, oh, wait for it. Did you hear the tire go down? Now I've got a flat left rear. They're also in the app. You can click a button to fix tires, which is kind of cool. Well, I gotta find something more extreme. You know, it was pretty quick, but I feel like there's something else out here. That was impressive. Can we get a round of applause for the white car over there? As I was saying, I think there's something that would be more extreme than this. You know, you can always rely on the classics pack. This is a pack I've been following for a while. And yeah, this is a 600 plus horsepower Autobello with the giant tires. So real quick, in order to activate this mod, if you download it yourself, you go to the license plate and you go down to wheel damage. And if you have the apps already enabled, they should pull right up, and then there you go. Real quick, just to showcase a part of the mod here. Let's burn these off real quick. Oh, wait, there's a creek over here, isn't there? I think it's on the other side. Let's heat these tires up real quick. There we go. Oh my goodness, they're bouncing. You know, honestly, these aren't going as quick as the other tires. So if I have the, well, maybe it's because I have the cooling rate on, but if I were to dip these in the water, does it cool down rapidly? That looks like that sped up a lot. I'm assuming that's enabled on this one. And also, the car is hydro-locked. But you know what? We don't need cooling, so let's turn that down. Let's go for another run here, why don't we? All right, let's peel it out. Oh, the backfiring is absolutely extreme. You'll love to see it. Hello, coppers. Goodbye, coppers. Hello, barrier. Goodbye, barrier. Barrier, hardly know her. Gosh darn it, hit the gas. Okay, I just can't go straight in this car. Like, as soon as I hit the gas, it jumps sideways. The cops are like, wow, this guy sucks at driving. You know, I feel like half these chases are the cops hitting me head on and just shearing off my tires. Okay, so we have 1 escape to our name so far. Oh my goodness, this speed bumps, they damaged my oil pan. I'm hoping I'm not leaking. I think when it says damage, it's normally leaking. You know how cool it would be if Beam could eventually get like something where you could see the leak happening? Okay, come on, dude. You know, I should have done this in West Coast where I had a wide open highway and I'm not dealing with country roads over here. Oh my goodness, it's like a, oh, what are you doing? See, they're stupid. It's a traffic jam over here. How am I supposed to cook my tires, but I can't actually get over like 40 miles an hour? Gosh darn it, mother. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna leave my room, I'm gonna go yell in the next room, and then we're going to West Coast. We're gonna do this at a place where I can actually cook the tires and not have to dodge cops over blind hills. when they're just going, yeah, I'm just gonna drive in your lane at full speed and run into you head on. All right, we're ready to go here. Let's light them up. You know, I wonder if big tires like this are a little more resistant to heat. It's weird because it's like node based, so I think it's just the positioning or the position of the nodes, which in the intro you guys saw the visuals. I can pull them back up here. Actually, the node visuals on this one are really far off on the back. At least they look. No, maybe they're not. All right, the cops aren't happy, but yeah, I'm kind of curious if these are going to cook the tires. I feel like the muscle car with street tires, which, like I said, I'm not sure 100% how this works. Not my mod. But I feel like those were the most evil, which I'm pretty sure I've got some more muscle configurations in the classic pack. Let's get it out of the highway real quick. Let's just see what a run down it does to the tires. Also, hopefully I won't have to deal with as many stupid cops when they're just like, hey, your lane. I'm gonna go 50 miles an hour faster than you and just run head onto you. That's the way to stop a suspect. Also, this thing, every time it shifts, the rear wheels violently shake. And that's the thing. You see the tire temps are picking up, but the wear is slowly going down. So I feel like these are actually super efficient tires. Now, if I were to block them up like that, yep, there they go. So I think the biggest thing that I'm learning from this mod is that lockups are killer, which they should be. Like, you're talking about flat spotting the tire, which I don't think there's actually a flat spot on these tires, but it's just, yeah, it blows them out really quick. I don't think this vehicle's extreme enough. I might need to switch up the tires here. Oh yeah, you are just having a field day, aren't you, you freaking idiots? I'm gonna sound like I'm crashing out against the police, which I kind of am today. They've been a little stupid. Okay, let's try this setup out. We have 600 plus horsepower on a muscle car here. I have wheel spin in second gear. I can't get this thing to, okay. Wheel spin in third gear. It is not hooking up. Tires are heating up rapidly on this thing. But is it enough to make a meaningful difference during a police chase here? I'm thinking it's probably going to come down to locking these up against. So they don't have anti-locking systems on an old car like this. Yeah, I feel like this mod would affect normal cars a little less, even with the advanced wear rate that I have. Oh my goodness. Okay, brakes. Where do we want to try to hide? The towers are always a good spot because the cops struggle with those roads. Don't tweak the tires. Okay, we're good. We're still keeping these. Okay, I say we're good. I am out of control with this thing. I'm trying to, which by the way, I am playing with a remote. So I do have some control over my throttle, not like, you know, the keyboard where it's 100% on, 100% off when you click the button. Okay, I gotta go. All right, let me go this way. Oh my goodness. Every time I hit the brakes, that's the real killer. The brake heat is just murdering the tires. Like, brake cooling was an afterthought when it came to this vehicle. And it's that way because I turned all the wear up. Cops are at the end. Okay, let's scoot around. I need to get to a bigger road. I'm gonna get myself stuck here in the parking lots. Hey, is the grass cooling down my tires? I'm just gonna take this path, you guys. Oh, geez, they're actually following me on this one. Oh, no, sand. Okay, they're definitely getting a little better traction. I want to say they're 5.7s an all-wheel drive police car. I'm not mistaken. Well, at least it is in real life. I want to say the BeamNG one. Is it? That's a good question. Anybody's got information on that police car, that 5.7, or is it a 5.7 in the game? I know it's 5.7 in real life. They use the Hemi. Is that thing actually all-wheel drive here in the game? Okay, we've gotten away from, I might actually be able to get away back here. Oh no, what? Well, let's just see if this is an escape. Do they find me back here? Also, let's check tire wear. You know, really just the fronts. The rears have some, but surprisingly, I don't think I tweaked them too bad there. I felt like I was dead sideways a lot of the time, but I think we're good. Look at that. Evaded the police. All right. Okay, let's try this with a truck. These are street tires. I mean, they're probably like sporty street tires. I don't know if grip all just means that it actually has grip or that's just the company name. All right, let's light it up. So this is a heavy vehicle. I mean, muscle cars are heavy, but this is a freaking truck. It is a single cab though. Not like super, oh my goodness. No hookup. So we got to run these tires for a bit. Let's get them hot. I almost feel like I do need to do a burnout just to try to, I mean, that's one way to make the police angry at you. Just to try to get some heat in here. Yeah, we're trying to prove a point with how this works. All right, so what is the critical point in Fahrenheit? Okay, 170. So 170 the wear, 180. 180 seems to be the, ooh, 190, hold on. 190 is really nice. All right, let's take off. All right, so she's gonna cool off a little bit. So it seems like right when those rear tires get to right around the 180, 190 area, they start wearing just rapidly. The fronts, it doesn't take much to make those things wear. Just lock the brakes up. Okay, I'm just gonna reset my car right here. So folks, honest question, have you ever been on the highway, the police activate the sirens behind you, and you shoot across 3 lanes to get out of their way instantly without any disregard for all the other traffic? Let me know if you do that in real life. And if you do, why are you stupid? Yeah, that's one thing. If we could ever get a little more natural looking like traffic and AI, especially the way they interact with the police, the whole shooting across instantly, as soon as that police siren activates, all traffic around it goes, oh man, I better get out of the way. Hold on, let me merge over 3 lanes and murder 5 people on the way over there. I feel like this is me just crashing out over the BeamNG police. I mean, but it's a neat mod. You can see it working. I'm actually having a blast with this thing. So yeah, the temps are slowly climbing up. I mean, highway driving for the most part seems like the safe thing. Now it's the slowing down from the highway that gets to be a little tricky. One thing I do wish, and maybe the mod author eventually will add the feature, I wish you could do like pre-existing wear. Like say I want to put these tires down to like 20% to start with. I think that would be a very, very nice feature to have with this mod. Okay, cop, I think the only way I'm going to get meaningful tire wear here is not being on the highway. I need to go into the city and I need to get this thing sideways. Okay, is that a cop? No, that's not a cop. Yeah, I feel like the police have been extra spicy today. And I feel like my attitude towards the police have been extra spicy today. Lock him. Swing it around. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, the truck's a little harder to get control of. Ow. What was that? Yeah, I'm thinking it's definitely the weight of the bikes, right? All right, get some traction. Oh yeah, we're starting to wear these bad boys down. It's wheel spin city. 3rd gear, I've got just a tremendous amount of wheel spin. It does feel like the tires or at least the brakes are a little more forgiving on this one. Like the muscle car, as soon as I tapped the brakes, they screamed and exploded. This one, yeah, they're getting a little bit of heat in them, but it seems to be, I don't know like what makes the difference in the game. Yeah, I'd honestly like to know that. Okay, I've got to find, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, okay, hello. Nope, we're not doing this right now. Okay, where am I gonna get away from you guys? Oh, geez. Okay. So yeah, 200 is like an ultra critical point. I gotta go. There's a cop behind me. Dude, my rears are cooking. I swear, I feel like I am losing traction in the rear, especially when they're both cooking. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with the police today? Wow. You guys proud of yourself? I think you did a good job. Okay. One of my favorite things to do in a VBOS is this. So this should wear these down really quick, right? Police are pursuing me. Well, they seem confused. All right, look at that. 300 plus Fahrenheit. My my right rear is cooked. Keep him going here. All right, so she's extremely hot. Does this feel like this is actually it feels like it turns a little less now. Yeah, when I picture tire, oh my goodness. Okay, and lock it up there. Yeah, it definitely feels more jumpy. It feels like something's wrong with the car, but I haven't hit anything. So it's kind of testing it out. Like, I think the author's on, and I know there's been a couple like different people experimenting with tire wear in BeamNG. Of course, we're eventually going to have the devs actually do it. Like, that is something that's being actively worked on, but I think this is a pretty good solution in the meantime. I think this would actually be really useful in, like, say, racing. Police chases, not as much, because the BeamNG police seem to be psychopaths. But yeah, I like it. I like it a whole lot. Oh my goodness. Look at that. He was trying to use civilian traffic to run into me. Okay, slide. Oh my goodness. Okay, I thought I was going to hit the wall back there. Yeah, honestly, it feels a little more unstable than usual. So I'm assuming it's the rears being a little more worn on. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just popped it. Okay, there it goes. Yep, I was going to try to cut to the left there. All right, I've got one down tire. You know, this car actually does pretty decent with deflated tires. You know what? Lock them up. No, there goes the other one. I don't know if I'm able to get the fronts to deflate. They are definitely worn. Oh yeah, this is awful now. So yeah, this is a pretty cool mod. You guys should definitely check it out. It's linked down in the description along with the East Coast and the Vintage Pack where we had some of our cars that we played with here today. And now I think we learned that extreme tire wear in BeamNG during police chases actually doesn't really matter because ultimately they're going to run head on into you at about 100 miles an hour with no disregard for safety.